Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Bills at 7-5 now in the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners at 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Middle. 5 wide.
Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Well, look at this Baltimore defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Now a 2nd and 6. Pacheco gets it up the gut. About 3 yards there to the 27. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
Third and 3. Now Allen. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They run it with Hall off the option. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Hall again on 2nd down. They're going to drop him behind the line yet again, and things going from bad to worse. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. That's now 4 tackles for loss if you add the 3 he had last week to the 1 here in the 1st quarter.
And some of it comes from vision. And when you're playing defensive end, especially with those teams that want to take their D-ends and move them out a little bit wider so they can see into the offensive backfield, they can see things develop, able to make plays, then they use their athletic.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Adafe Owe there on the tackle. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Middle.
To the air, Allen. Touchdown! Dalton Kincaid, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, 1st quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Here's Jackson. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 26. That one goes for 24 yards.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know They want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Over the middle to Beckham. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 5. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. This time, Jackson will throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they go to work on a 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
3rd and goal, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
No, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3. So the shotgun snap to Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in his 1st half. It's a 1st down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game, because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A give right side for Pacheco. He'll take it inside the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Alert!
Now Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Allen going to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Once more, it's Pacheco. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those...
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked out by Jordan Poyer.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Allen going to fire quickly and get it to Diggs out wide. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Pacheco headed right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bills take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. That's complete, left side to Bateman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 13 yards.
Hall on a give up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd down, Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 39 yards there, a big one. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And Jackson throwing once more to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Oh, and he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The little football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson now. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. A nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. There he goes left side. Now inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Josh Downs, 59 yards. And the Bills are able to widen their advantage. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around. But now look at this. Big gain, but fumble. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field. And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Down the left sideline. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. It's such a costly interception. Nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is and oftentimes is successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
And a curious play call here, to say the least. Thought it might be a trick, but no, he actually goes down to a knee. And down to a knee. That's one option. And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee. So on fourth down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And,
Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Rocco 80.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Sanders toss left side. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. A strong run there, and for a team and a coaching staff that says they're consistently striving for a solid running game, they love those plays.
Yeah, that one didn't net them a first down. But isn't it the type of play that you write down on your sheet? That worked pretty well. Make sure you come back to it, especially in a key situation.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Straight ahead is Hall.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The offense on third down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4.
He gets it underneath to Hall. And he will have a Ravens first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll give to Hall. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And that's a gain of 6 on the first down run. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that...
And now here is another interception. And now look at him go. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
And they take a knee.
Let's go now.
And they will take a knee here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. They come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD, second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Give to Hall running right.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game. As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
That is caught, and he is going to have a Ravens first down, and that was no small feat as they go for it on 4th and 9, yet still get it by a yard. What a play.
Now it's Jackson. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today.